Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We're going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick it up, whether or not I already did, and then you let me know down in the comments what you want to pick up. And remember, friends do not always agree about makeup and beauty. It is okay for us to disagree. If I love something you hate, if you love something I hate, that's totally fine. But friends are always kind and respectful to each other. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, you picked a good one. You picked a long one. I can already tell that this is going to be a long one. My name is Angie and I love makeup and beauty. Everything that's related to makeup and beauty, especially things that are a little bit more colorful, like this look right here. And if you want to see more of that, don't forget to subscribe because I upload at least 5 videos a week. I did film this look and I think it's coming Monday, like a get ready with me. But if you are intrigued by this look, if you want to know what I used, I will put that in a pinned comment down below. In the description box, you will find links and information about all the things that I'm going to be talking about, and also links to my other socials, my vlog channel, all my like coupon codes if you want to use something like that, affiliate links. It's going to be in the description box. So don't forget to check there if there's anything you're wondering about. This is probably going to be a really long episode because last week I didn't have an episode because I was on the road with my husband and 2 dogs and we were having a southern states road trip. We did 8 states in 10 days and I do have a very long vlog about that on my vlog channel in case you're interested in seeing. And I did do a get ready with me where I used the things that were in my travel makeup bag. I did have that this week as well. Was that like Wednesday or something? Where I was talking about that. I also had my haul if you want to see all the things that I hauled last month. A lot of really beautiful indie makeup that was also live this week. I am going to be talking about a couple of things in this video that I've already made videos about. Let me see. Let me scoochie. Let me scoochie to the side. I also poured myself a glass of Coke in a wine glass because hoping it's wine. I bet you can dream. Let's talk about a couple of things that I think fully has been like revealed, announced, released even throughout the week that I didn't film because like I said last week there wasn't a video. I still had videos but it was pre-filmed. One of them is that the Sigma and Alice in Wonderland collection is available now. I do have a video about that. I will leave a link to that in the description box in case you are interested, but that is available now. So do check that out in case you were interested in this collection. Something else that I did do a video on is the Kaleidos new collection. It's called Night of Creation, I think. I did have a video about that as well, and that was on Monday, so I will also leave a link to that down below. I do think that that one is launching in a couple of days. I'll put the info in the description box if you're interested in that. And I always get asked, do you have a code for Kaleidos? No, Kaleidos does not use affiliate codes. So sorry, there are not any codes for that. Kaleidos is the perfect example of a brand that I love reviewing, even though they don't have affiliate links or affiliate codes. And sometimes people are like, oh, you only talk about makeup you have codes with. No, I talk about makeup that I love. And sometimes brands recognize that I love the brands, so they give you a code. That's usually how it works. But I'm sorry, there are no codes for Kaleidos. It is what it is. They do have sales sometimes though, so if you want to snag something on a deal, maybe wait for Black Friday or something like that. But I will leave a link to that down below. Another thing that got released and that I bought actually while I was on the road the first day was the quads by BH Cosmetics, and I did also have a video about that. I think that was on Thursday, so your yesterday the video was live, so do check that out as well if you want to see. I think that this is not the great BH Cosmetics quality. This is the BH Cosmetics quality when they have palettes that are a little bit, they're okay, but they're not awesome. Like, they're not bad, but they're definitely not great. And I perfectly think that the biggest miss with these quads are the color selections. I don't love the color selections of the quads. But if you want to see swatches, if you want to hear my full thoughts about that, that was yesterday, but these quads are available as well. I don't know if BH Cosmetics is going to be available at Ulta and Beauty Bay in the future, but I'll leave a link to their website down below. That's basically what I have at this point. Another thing that was revealed that I'm actually wearing on my face right now, I have it here, is the new highlighter palette by Besame Cosmetics. This is called the Noctilucent. It's a really hard word. That is what it's called. I used this palette today. I am wearing it on my cheeks right here. You will see it in action in the video. I think it's coming Monday. It depends a little bit, but I'll have this up next week nonetheless because I'm wearing basically a lot of new makeup that I am, you know, trying out a little bit. But this one is available, and I do have a code with Besame Cosmetics though, and the code is Angelica, and I'm fairly sure that this is available. So if you were looking for a highlighter palette, maybe this could be the one. In the video that's coming, I'm going to be showing you swatches of this one and also the Oracle palette that I talked about and see if they're similar. I don't think they're dupes. I don't think they're the same formula, but maybe you were wondering like how similar they are. I'll have that as well in the upcoming video. But yeah, this one is available and this one was waiting for me when I got back from vacation. So that was really fun to try out. Is there anything here other than that I already have here, but I'm too lazy to go and fetch? We all know that this is the truth. Oh yeah, this one. These are the new Milani liquid highlighters, liquid contours, and under eye brightener. These launched when I was visiting my friend Heather Austin, and I ordered these sitting at her kitchen counter, and I bought one of each, and I have them over here, and I will be doing a video trying them out. Probably that will also be next week. I'm excited to see. I will say, just getting them in, the packaging seems not very refined. They feel like drugstore, and I have a hard time when it comes to Milani. And this is just, I'm Swedish. I live in Texas, but I'm Swedish, and when I lived in Sweden, Milani was expensive. That was not an affordable brand. Buying a Milani palette could be $35. Like Milani foundations were like $20. Like it was not an affordable brand. So when I get Milani here, even though I didn't pay those kind of prices for it here in Texas, of course, I still have that feeling, you know, in the back of my head, this used to be expensive in Sweden. So for that reason, I'm having a hard time just coming around to the fact that this is a drugstore affordable brand, because I will say, just touching the packaging a bit, I haven't used it yet, it did feel a little drugstore-y. And I think I am a packaging snob, so take this with a grain of salt. But yes, I did pick that one up and it is available. I will leave a link to it down below if you're interested. This is something, I like this so much. I like this so much. This is the upcoming holiday sets and holiday things from NYX Cosmetics. Listen, holiday is here, embrace it. I know a lot of people get really upset because a lot of brands will skip Halloween and go straight to Christmas. Halloween is celebrated in very few countries. We're talking around 10, 20 countries. Christmas is celebrated in what, like 100 countries. It's just a more well-known holiday. It just is what it is. I'm not here to tell you that Halloween isn't important. I'm just saying that for a lot of countries, they don't even know what Halloween is. So this is what I'm guessing is the Christmas collection. There might still be Halloween. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But these are limited edition NYX holiday items. They're already available at nyxcosmetics.com. I'm pretty sure they're coming to Ulta as well. Maybe they'll come this Sunday. I'm guessing this Sunday there might be some stuff. Also, the Ulta 21 days of sale, it's still ongoing. I do have my Ulta link down below if you for some reason want to use that when you're shopping, and if not, I totally understand. I didn't think that this sale was super exciting. Will say I will be shopping on the 12th because they are having that Too Faced balm thing. That one I will buy. Other than that, I agree with you. This wasn't a very fun sale. But these sets are really nice, and there are two mini palettes here that honestly look really great. And I'm like, do I want to try it? I think the set here that is the one of the problems with NYX holiday sets is they're too big. That's not what she said. They're just too big, and even if you split with your friends, that's like 10 lipsticks. I don't have 10 friends. Do you have 10 friends? I don't have 10 friends. Who am I giving 10 lipsticks to? Calm down. I wish their sets were a little bit more edited. I like the set that I'm showing you here in the corner, which is a set with 3 This Is Milky milkshake glosses. Those glosses are great. I own 3 myself, and I feel like this set is a really good set because it is a light nude, a dark nude, and a more like reddish one. I think this is a strawberry one, like a pinky red. That is a great selection. That is a great set. What an amazing way to try this lip gloss formula that's actually really, really good. And those mini palettes look great as well. So I will leave a link to this down below. I honestly think that these look really great. And I will say there are a million other sets as well. I'm only showing you a few. There are more sets. They also have one of those advent calendars. We're getting into advent calendar season. Those are not for me, because I want to be more choosy with what I pick up. I don't want to have a calendar full of stuff where I might not be liking every item. That's just my personal preference though. Let's talk about another holiday collection that honestly, when I saw this, I was a little bit surprised that this is one of Makeup Revolution brands. And this is, I think this is Heart Revolution. I don't know why they have zillion brands. Apparently that's their journey. But they are doing a Nutcracker collection. this is cute. It's a big palette. Yes, it's a big palette, but this is a great gift for like, listen, first of all, this is affordable. This is holiday themed without being too on the nose. It seems honestly kind of cute. If you have someone in your life that's maybe a teenager that's coming into makeup, if I got this when I was 14, I would have squealed. So pretty, so fun. I don't want it now. Don't give it to me now. Don't. You sit down. I see what you're thinking. Don't want it now. But as a teen, such a great Christmas gift. There is a set with glosses as well. I think it's glosses. Yeah. Nutcracker lip trio. Yeah, it's 3 lip glosses. And then the Nutcracker set actually is the big palette and 2 lip glosses. And then there's also a Heart Revolution Candy Cloud Sleep set, which is a bubble bath and a bath fizzer. Also, what a great set. How much is that? £10. Listen, this is your Secret Santa gift. That bath set? Amazing. Honestly, good work. It's edited down. It's a smaller collection. Fits a teenager or that Secret Santa gift with the bath bubbles. I don't hate it. Am I coming around to Makeup Revolution? Not really, because then we have this. Makeup Revolution is doing what Makeup Revolution does best, and that is overcommitting to a theme. This is the Makeup Revolution and Game of Thrones collection, and I'm showing you the collection here, but also know that this isn't everything. There is also like an advent calendar or something with okay. This is one of the reasons why I like that Nutcracker set. It is small and concise and it makes sense. This is everything that set is not. This is literally 4 big palettes. For what reason did we need 4 big eyeshadow palettes? And I swear to the makeup gods, those 3 smaller palettes, they're so big. Those 3 palettes, that is not new. I've seen those palettes. Did they just put a sticker on one of their already existing palettes? Because I've seen those color stories. You do not fool me. I've seen those color stories. And that super big palette, that is literally a chessboard. What is that color story? What about that color story is saying Game of Thrones? It's chaos. Maybe it's like last season Game of Thrones. Makes no sense. Pure chaos. I want a refund. You're embracing that. You're embracing that. I will say, the coolest thing in this collection is that there is a makeup sponge that sits on the Iron Throne. Absolute genius. Absolute genius. I wish they would have brought that energy to the rest of the collection. Speaking of collabs, I know a lot of you have asked me and tagged me in this. Where did I put it? Did I lose it? Oh, I didn't even save the picture. This is how interested I am. Colourpop is collabing with Hogwarts, with Harry Potter. I was initially very excited about this because I was like, I've never read the books. I've never read the books. It's not part of my childhood. I don't know, maybe I was too old. I don't know why, because I loved reading when I was younger, but for some reason, I never read the books. I've never read the books. But I was excited because I thought that this was a collection that a lot of people were going to be excited about. And I knew that J.K. Rowling was not a very liked person. I know that she had been in some controversy, but I, myself, actually didn't know what it was about. I wasn't aware what kind of controversy it is. And I think the main reason for that is that I rarely read on news sites, and I also don't hang on Twitter too much because Twitter usually brings me down. So when I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. People are gonna love this. I bet a lot of people have been waiting for Colourpop to collab with Harry Potter because Colourpop usually collabs with every well-known franchise. They'll get to yours eventually as well. But then I saw a lot of people that I really trust, whose opinions I value, say stuff that made me think, I don't think I know the full extent of her drama. So I actually, literally, this is what I did. I went on Google and I Googled, such a dramatic thought. I Googled, why is J.K. Rowling problematic? And oh boy, the internet did not disappoint. I read a full amount of articles. If you Google this, you will find so many articles, some better than others, but it is not what I thought it was. What I found out is that the woman is trash and she needs to sit down and shut up. So I did not understand the full extent of why she was unliked, because she really did bring this on herself. And what this taught me, and also what I hope this can teach you, is that even if you don't know the full extent of a situation, you can always, it's never too late to read up and change your mind. Sometimes we don't know, and I didn't know, and now I do know. So I will not be supporting this collection. I don't know if they're sending it to me in PR. I will not be showcasing it. I will not be doing a video on it. I honestly am disappointed with Colourpop because I feel like they are pretty vocal when it comes to LGBTQI plus like things, and now it just feels a little bit like a facade. I know that I never speak about me and my sexuality on my channel because honestly, that's none of y'all's business. That's none of your business, but I do identify as bisexual, and that's not part of what my channel is about. And I also realize, as being a bisexual cis woman married to a heterosexual cis man, I have privileges that others in the community does not. Because I know that there are situations where people ask me, and I can just ignore it because nobody expects anything from me. Which is horrible, but it's just the reality that we're living in. Because when I do talk about my sexuality, people will say, but you're married to a man. Like being bisexual means that I'm just secretly gay, or that I'm hoping to be polyamorous. I don't know where people come from, but I would hate to hurt the community that in a way, I mean, I am a part of. So no, this isn't for me. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you honestly love Harry Potter, and if Harry Potter took you through your childhood, that is still valid, that still happens. Don't let any of this that happened now take away from how you felt then. I just feel like we are okay to change our minds, and I don't hate Colourpop. I just think that they took a wrong turn with this one, and I am sure that they will have some really great collections coming forth. There's gonna be more cute makeup. I don't need this in my life. I don't need to be supporting this, and I am not here telling you what you should do. You're an adult, I'm an adult. I'm just letting you know what I'm gonna do. Let's move on to something that I bought. This is the Natasha Denona Dream Collection. This is available now. I actually bought this on the pre-release on Natasha Denona's website, and it's been like 5 days and she hasn't even shipped my package, and now it's available at Sephora. I used to get such good customer service ordering from the brand's sites directly, and I don't feel like I'm getting that anymore. So this, and also the horrible customer service that I got at Urban Decay, made me realize that I'm sorry. I want to support the brands by shopping from them directly because it does give them more money. But like, if you're gonna give me awful customer service, then I'm just gonna buy from Ulta and Sephora. I'm sorry. No. So I don't know where this is. I'll make a video once I get it. I will say, the more I look at this, I was thinking first like, oh, it looks a little bit like the Star palette. But now I'm just like, this is just a mix of the retro and the glam, right? And that like orangey golden. I don't know. I really hope that the next palette is not a pinky mauve. I understand that she loves that. Natasha Denona loves her burgundies and her purpley leaning mauves the way that Pat McGrath loves her pinks, and I really hope that she will tone it down a little bit. But I did buy this collection. It is available at Sephora as well. I would recommend Sephora if I'm gonna be honest. I will leave a link to that down below. I will make a video as soon as I get it. When that is, you ask? Not a clue. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, speaking of things that I am actually wearing, this is the Give Beauty gloss. I was hoping that this is going to be a little bit more sheer than it is. It's actually kind of like opaque. If you love the Anastasia Beverly Hills glosses, you're going to love this gloss. They're very similar, but I prefer the smell of this one. I prefer something that's a little bit more sheer, but Give Beauty also released some lip liners and 2 different formulas. So I ordered one of each. I'll try them out. I'll let you know what I think about them. I'll report back. I really do love the Give Beauty brand. I just think that this formula isn't exactly what I am looking for. And also, there are some holiday sets coming from Rare Beauty. I have one in the picture here, but I think there are more coming. If I can find more, I will put the info in the description box. I will leave a link to it. Rare Beauty gift sets are usually a really good way of trying the brand, because it's usually a full size and some minis, or like 3-4 minis. And if you have never tried Rare Beauty, Are you being dramatic? My dog is being dramatic. If you've never tried Rare Beauty, I do think the gift sets around holiday is a good way to start, because I feel like she does gift sets and the value sets better than a lot of brands. Let's just say that. Oh my, I'm wearing this Patrick Ta foundation for the first time, and it is, you know, I want to say like, oh, it's dewy, but it is greasy. Dewy is not the explanation. Instant regret. Instant regret. Can we just quickly talk about this one? Not because I'm interested, but what is this? This is a limited edition Dior Quint that's called Couture. Color, you say? I swear to God, I feel like I'm getting punked. And I left a comment to this one as well. I'm quite the stand-up comedian on Instagram. I'm gonna get myself blocked by Trend Mood. Don't block me, Sophie. I'm sorry for being snarky. But my comment was, did they forget to make the other 3 shades? I have 666 likes. Naughty. What is this? Here's the thing. I understand that a lot of people will look at a duo of a light brown and a dark brown and be like, perfect. This is all I need. This is everything. I don't need anything else. But why are you trying to shoehorn that aesthetic into a Quint? It's 4 beiges and a brown. Are you sure this couldn't have been a duo? Because I feel like this could have been a duo. It's also $65. We're not even in the realm anymore where I'm like, this is a really nice Starbucks coffee with whipped cream. $65? Ma'am, that's a coat. Not your coat, but you get the picture. I feel like this new Kylie Cosmetics collection with Kris Jenner is kind of out of character. Don't tell me that this could not have been the follow-up collection to that Makeup Revolution cheese collection. Yes, that happened. And I feel like mom and daughter just had one too many martinis creating this collection. They're like, what if it's shaped like a martini glass? Oh, and the pants, they're actually olives. What? How many yes men do you have around you when nobody dares to be like, actually, that sounds like a horrible idea? Because if your persona is an alcoholic drink to the point where you need your eyeshadow palette to be the drink, maybe you need another hobby. Yeah. This is a choice. It's coming September 14th. Happy shopping. You do you. I won't be fighting you in the checkout line for this one. I also will not be fighting you in the checkout line about the Hourglass new holiday palettes. All I will say is this not the prettiest packaging they've ever done. And also 3 options. Did they hire someone that's like fixing stuff over at Hourglass? That new foundation from Hourglass, dreamy. This packaging, wonderful. 3 different ones? Oh, look at you excelling. These look beautiful, but I had to be my own. You know when you have like the angel and the devil? I had to be my own devil and be like, bitch, you decluttered the palette that you had from Hourglass because you never used it. I never used it. Never. I'm sure it's pretty. Never used it. I never reached for it. So I am not spending more money. And this is the thing. If you have one of the holiday palettes from Hourglass, none of these are going to be different enough to warrant having a second. If you don't have one of these palettes, really ask yourself, will you use it enough to be worth the money? Because these are expensive palettes. So just don't buy it because you're like initially like me, like, oh, this packaging is so cute. Buy a book with an elephant on it and display it. Like a notebook. It's gonna cost you a lot less money. So I don't know. I'm just let's all shop a little smarter, shall we? There's also some gift sets. I'm having this is a mess. Don't come for me. I didn't create this. Trend Mood did. I just don't have the time to do something where it shows everything. But these are some of the holiday sets from Benefit Cosmetics. And what I really like about holiday this year from Benefit Cosmetics is that there are some new products as well. They have one of those cheek trios that has two of their most loved products, which is the Hoola Bronzer and the Cookie Highlighter. It is what it is. It's nice. But it also has one of their blushes, and they picked the blush that's in like the middle tier. Like, it's called Terra. It's Terra, right? Yeah. And the Terra one is like a terracotta brown with a shimmer. It's beautiful. And if you use it sparingly, it will work on a fair skin tone. And if you pack it on, it will work on a deeper skin tone. I feel like it's a smart choice, and I like that they picked this one and not like they always do like Dandelion or something. And they also have a new product. Let me see if I actually can find that. Oh, here you can also see the trio a little better, but they have a new blush that's like a blush with an embossing. I don't know what it's called. Wait, let me look. Blush and Brush Delivery limited edition blusher shade and brush gift set. This is Terra Spark Golden Shimmer Brick Red. Also, it's a Terra. Is this Terra with more sparkle, or is it Terra with an overspray, or is it a new Terra, a more glowy Terra, or is it just Terra with an overspray and an embossing? Does any of you work for Benefit? What is going on? Do I need it? That's what I'm asking. All of this to ask you, do I need it? I realize that the answer is no, but you get me. I almost forgot about this. One Size did a collab with Disney. This was a little unexpected, but I honestly think One Size is doing better than we might think at Sephora. So this is a collection with Disney. I actually was initially intrigued by this, but then I realized that these aren't the products that I'm going to be reaching for. I would probably review it and then never reach for it again, because it is a face and cheek palette. It's kind of big. You're buying it a little bit for the packaging, for the Disney experience. I love that it is a collection with like Fantasia. How do you say that in English? Fantasia? Is that how you would I'm not 100% sure. I'm pronouncing it very Swinglish right now with my Swedish accent. I like the collection. I think it's cute, but this is more of a collector's item thing. If you really love Disney, if you really love Mickey, I'm sure that you would look at this and be like, oh, I need all of it. But for me, who already owns a lot of makeup, and I like Disney, but I'm not crazy about Mickey. I'm not buying stuff just to own it. I look at this and I'm like, I wouldn't use this enough. So I actually opted out, but it is available and I will link it down below. A lot of you were tagging me in this new gloss from Fenty. It says it's a Gloss Bomb Ice. It's a lip luminizer with an immediate cooling effect. Here's the thing, I'm still scarred from that experience with the Huda Beauty cooling silk lip balm, which was just stingy and hurt. So I'm gonna need to see this in real life, and like I need a review. If you see someone reviewing this, could you like report back to me? Is this a stingy gloss or is it just cooling? I'd like the cooling one. If it's cooling, yes. If it's stingy, no. But it is available. I'll link it down below. Vanessa Myrix is releasing her Lightworks Volume 4 Transcendence palette. This is $125. These are like special shades, multichromes, duochromes, you know, toppers, stuff like that. Stuff that is expensive to produce, hence the price. And this is a reason why a lot of mainstream brands will not do things like this, because it is hard to convince people that something is worth $125. I think that this probably is worth $125. I've seen swatches of it. It looks beautiful. The thing is that when I see these swatches, I realize I own this. And if you're like me and you own a lot of multichromes from indie brands, you own this and you do not need this. If you are the kind of person that loves looking at like multichromes and stuff from indie brands, but you never bought any of those singles and you don't own anything like that, this might make sense for you. But if you're like me and you have a Cleona collection, you have Terra Moon, you have all of those things, this will not fill a spot in your collection. Letting you, public service announcement, letting you know, you will just buy dupes of stuff that you just already have. Oh, I bought this one as well. And I told you I was going to buy this one. This actually dropped today. It is available, well, today as I'm filming this. I will link it down below. This is the new product from Haus Labs. So this is the foundation and it is the powder as well. So this is the Triclone Skin Tech Medium Coverage Foundation with fermented arnica, which is something that she has in her powder like bronzer and highlighter as well. $45. And then is the Bio Blurring, whatever that is, that's a fancy word, talc-free loose setting powder for $38, 5 shades, and the foundation has 51 shades. I thought it was really hard to find a shade though, because all of the undertones were described so specifically, so I felt like none of them were for me. I'm hoping I got a good shade. I'll try and use it as soon as I get it, but yeah, I'm intrigued. I bought the foundation, I bought the powder. I think they released like a brush as well. Didn't get that, but I'm intrigued. I will be letting you know. I think the bottle and everything looks beautiful. I'm excited. Oh, I forgot to talk about this one from NYX. This is something that I'm waiting for it to come to Ulta. As soon as it comes to Ulta, I will be trying this one out. And these are new shades in their SFX paints. These are their paints that are like liquid matte eyeshadows. I don't know if the gold has shimmer in it or if it's just a beige. I'm not 100% sure. But they released these for Pride as well. Basically like a pastel rainbow. And now they're releasing more like fall themed shades. These look beautiful. And the one that I bought, the yellow, worked wonderfully. So I really want to pick some more up. I'm thinking, I don't know exactly. Maybe the white. And maybe like the orange, the green. I don't know. I like these shades. These kind of products work really good as a colored base if you're doing really intense eye looks. Especially if you're doing all matte looks, because it helps to get the matte to look even more opaque, because it can sometimes be really hard to make a matte look extremely opaque and non-patchy, even if it is a great matte eyeshadow on your lids and stuff like that. So I am intrigued by this. There's also been another collaboration between Batty Bean and Shroud Cosmetics. I missed the launch of this one. I will say I never got the first one. Betty Jean actually contacted me and she was like asking if she can send it to me in PR, and then the owner never sent it out, and then, you know, we have that long wait where everything was like a little crazy with the first launch, and then she told me she was gonna send it again when they were like doing the restock, so I didn't buy it and I still didn't get it. And then again she told me she was gonna send it out, and now I realized like it was never meant to be. I don't blame anyone. I think this whole situation was probably really stressful, but it honestly, this whole launch just slipped my mind, and then I just saw people saying that I got my palette, it was sold out. I missed the whole thing. I haven't still used the old one. Should I pick this up when it restocks, and the first one as well? I really want to support the launch, but on the other hand, if it's sold out, maybe they don't need my support. But yeah, I'm really happy that she was able to collab with them again, but I wish that I had just bought it myself at that first launch, because it was just, for me, very confusing afterwards. It would have just been better for me if I just bought it. Did they relaunch the first one as well? Is that still available? Or am I just dreaming that it is? Either way, it looks really pretty. Big congratulations, and congratulations for selling out. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy for you to do another Halloween themed palette, because I know how much Betty Jean loves Halloween. So I think that's absolutely amazing. Another Halloween themed palette is the Bella Beauté Bar Strange and Unusual palette, which I think is like somewhat based on Beetlejuice, right? This seems to be a pretty nice mix of grungy deep shades and some really bright shades, plus a couple of super light shades, which I like that contrast. I love me some contrast. I think this is being sent to me as PR because I do have an affiliate code with Bella Beauté Bar. You can use the code Angelica to save some money off. That is where the highlighter palette, the Oracle palette that I loved so much, it's from this brand. So yeah, I'm intrigued to be trying this out, because I'm fairly sure that this is the one that she said she was gonna send me. I still haven't been able to try out their eyeshadows, so maybe this is the time to do some Halloween inspired. This is something that I bought myself because I really like this color story, and I love the Ace Beauté matte formula. It's one of the best matte eyeshadow formulas out there. I truly love it. And this is the Violet Sage palette. It is 10 shades, and it is such a nice mix of pastel-y pinks, some deep cool tone purples, 2 greens, and then like a red. I really like how this looks, and I'm fairly sure because this sold out really quickly on their site. I got my hand on it. I hope they will restock it. I think this is in this month's BoxyCharm, because I know that Ace Beauté works with BoxyCharm and that they do make some exclusive, not exclusive, but like they launch things through BoxyCharm. So if you have BoxyCharm, I'm fairly sure that this one is in your box. I might be mistaken. Maybe it's in the Luxe box. Maybe it's that, I don't know. But I hope they will restock it on the site as well, because the palette is beautiful. I bought it. I'll use it in a Get Ready With Me or something. Or maybe I can show you how to get like something similar with stuff you already own. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think about that. But I do hope that they will restock it, because I think that that one looks so pretty. Is there any other things that I want to talk about? Or are we like getting to the end of it? Maybe we can talk about this one. This is also a Disney collection. I swear Disney's collabing with everyone, and not that like, and none of these brands deserve it, but I'm surprised. This is it. I'm surprised at the amount of brands that want to collab with Disney, when I know how many brands have already collabed with Disney. It's like there's no exclusivity to it anymore. Do you understand? But this is Besame, and they have collabed with Disney before, so for them it's just another day, another Tuesday, I guess. And I think this is available. This is the Besame Disney Villains collection, Made for Mayhem collection. I think it's lipsticks, an eyeshadow palette. Is that Isma? Wait. Is that part of the collection, or is it just props? Because did you see that little llama, the bottle? You saw that, right? That was not just me. But no, I don't think it's part of the collection. Oh, boo! When is Isma getting her moment? Isma deserves her moment. She's just misunderstood. Why is there no Isma makeup? I am sure that I will miss to talk about something really big, but there's just so many launches that have come out these past 2 weeks. So I'll end with a couple and then we'll just call it quits. And if I miss something, let me know in the comments, and we'll do that next week, okay? Because I'm not going anywhere for a long time, okay? But this is the new Man-Eater After Dark eyeshadow palette from Tarte, and I've seen so many thumbnails with this one in it. I think that this is a great release for Tarte. I don't need a big palette like this, especially not from Tarte. I really did enjoy that mini jewel one though. I brought that on vacation. If you saw my Get Ready With Me where I was unpacking my makeup travel bag, it was this week, you will see that I brought that one, and I really did enjoy it. This is just too big of a palette for it to be my next purchase from Tarte. I'm gonna need something a little bit more edited down, but I think that they were really good at capturing a colorful fall while still keeping the Tarte essence, which is being a little bit more neutral. So I think that they honestly did a really good job with the color story in this one. It is red, orange, yellow with a pop of green, but still very neutral. I don't think that I would love something like this because it is too many of the lighter neutral shades to really appeal to me. But maybe this is perfect for you. I don't know. I love a good animal print. Don't come for me. I love a good animal print. This one is available. I will leave a link to it down below in case you are interested. I know there's a lot of people that have done reviews on this in case you want to see some swatches and some makeup looks. I'm gonna opt out simply because it's just too big of a palette to be my next Tarte purchase. But I did actually buy something from Tarte. I bought another thing from Tarte, and you will see that in an upcoming video fairly soon. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about is the Holiday 2020 from Too Faced, and it is basically just a recycled thing of what they've been doing these past 7-8 holidays at this point. It is cool tone neutrals with some peachy pinks and a pop of a, usually it's a purple. I think they're doing a green this year. Good for them. Shaken. Can't even keep a straight face. This is what they always do. And these things, as like the Nutcracker thing from Makeup Revolution's whatever brand, these are not meant for us that buy a lot of makeup throughout the year or that keep up with the makeup news. These are meant to be gifts for people that might not buy any makeup throughout the year. People that maybe they maybe they treat themselves with some new makeup when they know there's a lot of new makeup in the stores. And they'll go into the stores and they'll see this cute Too Faced collection and they'll think, this will be my eyeshadow palette for this season. I'm not gonna buy this because for me, after having seen all of these palettes throughout the 7 years that I've been on YouTube and knowing that they all pretty much look the same, this doesn't tickle my fancy, but I realize that they're not meant for me. I think they're a little boring. I will say, I appreciate what Too Faced have been doing these past years. What they have been releasing these kind of more giftable collection, and then they'll release something that's more for the makeup enthusiasts, the people that are buying Too Faced throughout the year. I think that like another slice, the pumpkin pie, another slice, I don't know what they call it, but that pumpkin palette that they released this year, I don't think that that's going to be the last makeup thing that they release this holiday. I wouldn't be surprised if they release something more because that's more fall themed, and also that's also a very recycled color story from them. I don't think that any of these brands like Tarte, Too Faced, I don't think that they're making bad choices or bad makeup. I just feel like they're stuck in this idea of how their makeup should be, which prevents their makeup from going quote unquote viral. Because how can something go viral that's this generic and this similar to what they have released before? And also this comes back to like, do you want to go, like, do you want to have like something? Maybe they're not looking for that. Maybe they're happy with just selling to the people that go into Sephora, look at this and say, that's cute, I want to buy that. Also will say though that every Christmas during the sale section you will be able to find both the Too Faced and the Tarte holiday sets on sale. 9 times out of 10. So if you were interested in this and if you don't need to gift it to someone during Christmas, I would say wait for a sale. Last year, holiday makeup went on sale before Christmas. I'm just letting you know what happened last year. Anyways, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing Friday. I am gonna go walk the dogs and then I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'm gonna edit this wonderful video that's probably 2 million years long. It is what it is. If I get the Natasha Denona Dream Collection, I will put that up as a bonus video. Otherwise, I will see you again on Monday for a new video. Bye!